from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. This evening, our coverage of the 2024 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletics Conference Baseball Championship Tournament continues. Our third and final game of the day, an elimination game between Olivet Nazarene University's Tigers and the Fighting Bees of St. Ambrose University. Hi again, everybody, and good evening. I'm Tom Westenfeld. We come on the air just as our ball game begins, and it is Adrian Zatara right now batting here to lead it off for St. Ambrose. He is in a 2-1 count, and he takes a pitch here down low. And so that'll run it now. It appears to 2-1 remaining on the board as we come on the air. As here's the next pitch. That'll be flared into right field. Coming on here, dropping quickly. That'll drop there between Roden, the second baseman for Olivet Nazarene, and Taylor Bledsoe in right field. So a bloop single to start the game here for Adrian Zatara. And we are underway tonight here. Right around 8:59 p.m. was the first pitch. It has been a lengthy day. Had about an hour and 10-minute rain delay for the previous game. That was an elimination game that St. Ambrose won by a score of 17-9 over Trinity Christian. These two teams meeting for the second time in the tournament. Earlier on, Olivet Nazarene able to defeat St. Ambrose 8-3. There's a swing and a pop foul left side out of play for Nate McCreary, batting second in the lineup, followed by Brandon Matias, the DH. Then it'll be Brock Weber at first base, followed by Jake Muha in center field. Chris McFarland in left, then Joey Fitzgerald at third, Bryce Vincent at short. There's a swing and a pop-up right side, foul territory out of play. The number 9 hitter will be the catcher, Garrett Latos. It is Cade Costello on the mound tonight for Olivet Nazarene. Costello, a right-hander, and now he has an 0-2 count here on Noah McCreary. And the righty versus lefty matchup. The next pitch from Costello, down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good stop behind the plate there by Jacob Burt, getting the start behind the dish in this game for Olivet Nazarene. The winner moves on to the championship round to face St. Francis on Monday night. As there's a swing and a ball lifted in the air. Pop foul left side out of play. Game time temperature as we come on the air here in Joliet. Rain clearing out earlier on. As we said, a 7-minute rain delay. As there's a swing and a chopper. Oh, and that caught the batter there, McCreary. He is down on the right front corner of the batter's box, and he is in considerable pain. So they will come out here. The training staff will take a look here at Noah McCreary as we play here in the top of the first inning. Well, that's one of those where you hit it straight down, and almost no matter where it makes contact, extremely painful. Now McCreary back to his feet here and gets a fine hand from the crowd. So McCreary about to step back into the batter's box here, as he is in a 1-2 count. Righty versus lefty matchup here as Costello kicks and deals. A little bit of a jam shot, pop foul left side out of play. In the game against Olivet Nazarene, that was on the 3rd of May here in this tournament. Again, Olivet winning an 8-3, breaking open a close game late with runs in the late innings. There's a swing and a high fly ball. Short center field. Backing up now, coming on is Donovan Yell in center field for Olivet, and he makes the grab for the out. 1 away in the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Brandon Matias. Matias in the game against Olivet Nazarene going 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Runs have been, to say the least, plentiful in this tournament. Last game we had 26 runs. First pitch here, down and away. It gets away here from Jacob Burt, and that will allow Adrian Zatara to take second base. So Zatara to second. And the count now to Matias is going to be 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the first inning, an elimination game getting underway. A couple of hours behind schedule because of the length of the first 2 games and the rain delays. Here's Cade Costello into the wind of the pitch, actually out of the stretch. Swung on, hit deep to left field, back toward the track as it curls toward the foul pole. It'll be gone. A 2-run home run for Brandon Matias. And it'll be a lead of 2-0 here for St. Ambrose. Well, the home run, as we said, figuring prominently in this tournament, and Matias turns on one and goes deep to left field. So a 2-run shot makes it 2-0. That'll bring to the plate Brock Weber. Weber against Olivet in the previous game, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And the pitch, a hard hit liner that'll be off the edge of the glove of Jordan Roden at second base. It'll skip into right field. So a base runner here now is Brock Weber aboard. We'll see how they score that. And the offensive onslaught continuing here for St. Ambrose, carrying over after the last game when they plated 17 runs. So here's Jake Muha. Righty versus lefty again in the pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees, and it's 0-1 to Muha. Muha 1 for 3 with a walk against Olivet Nazarene. So St. Ambrose trying to even the score for the tournament against Olivet and advance to the championship round. There's a ball high, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-0 ball game. Brock Weber aboard at first base. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Costello. Dove down in the zone, and Muha swinging over it, and he's behind now at a ball and 2 strikes. 2-1 is on the board, as there was no error as of yet put on the board on that last play on the line drive. There's a pitch down and in. And now 3-1 is on the scoreboard here. Righty versus lefty. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that was, in fact, a 2-strike pitch, and that's a strikeout for the second out of the inning. Had the 2 strikes correct in the scorebook here. And so 2 away in the inning, and here is Chris McFarland. McFarland had an at-bat, had a hit against Olivet Nazarene in the previous game, and he takes the first pitch in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Joey Fitzgerald next, then it would be Bryce Vincent here for St. Ambrose. 2-0, Fighting Bees in the lead over the Tigers of Olivet. There's a breaking ball down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Correction, 1-1 now the count here to Chris McFarland. St. Ambrose trying to climb their way through the bottom part of the bracket at the championship round. Swinging a ground ball, bobbled there by Kai Hudson at short. He recovers. Throws to Roden, covering the bag at second for the force play to end the inning. So a fielder's choice, 6-4 the scoring. Brock Weber forced at second. And in the inning, St. Ambrose picking up 2 runs in the frame on 3 hits and a runner left on base after a half inning. The score is St. Ambrose 2, Olivet Nazarene. Coming to bat, you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the first inning here. St. Ambrose, as they did in the first game, jumping out to an early lead, although not as large. And actually, St. Ambrose had to come back early in the game to get that early lead. They were down early in the first inning, 4-0 to Trinity Christian, but they quickly turned that around and had a lead in the bottom of the second inning. But now we head to the bottom of the first here. St. Ambrose up with a 2 spot in the top of the inning. Jacob Bassa is getting the start for St. Ambrose. He's 2-1 with a 6.00 ERA in 36 innings pitched. Jack Dupuis to lead it off for Olivet Nazarene, taking the first pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. He'll be followed by Donovan Yell in center field, and it'll be Kai Hudson batting third and at shortstop for Olivet Nazarene. Taylor Steig, the DH, batting cleanup. The 1-0, down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Joseph Jimenez batting fourth and in left field, followed by Jordan Roden at second base. Evan Pajoli batting in the number 7 spot at first base, as there's a pitch coming in up high. 3-0 here early. Jacob Burt catching and batting 8th. Taylor Bledsoe batting 9th and in right field. Here's the next pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 4, and so a leadoff walk on 4 pitches for Jack Dupuis. And that'll quickly bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning, as it'll be Donovan Yell now to step up. Donovan Yell against the St. Ambrose Bees earlier in the tournament, going 1 for 3 with an RBI. Yell, left-handed batter, awaits. Jacob Bassa, the left-hander, fires, and it'll be outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Lefty versus righty, lefty versus lefty here, and the pitch. Fastball upstairs, 2-0. Olivet able to advance to this game. After playing earlier on today, they were relegated to the bottom part of the bracket after losing to St. Francis 11-8. There's a breaking ball in for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike now for Donovan Yell. Here's the set now by Bassa, and the pitch. Fouled back out of play, and that'll even it up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of 1, 2-0, St. Ambrose with a lead. As we said, Olivet losing their earlier game today, 11-8. Previously, they defeated St. Ambrose 8-3 and also defeated St. Xavier 12-10. That was back in the first round of the tournament. Next pitch. Fastball, missed outside. Looked like he missed his release point there. Looked like he overthrew it a little bit. And it came in outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Full count. Jack Dupuis takes his lead off first base for Olivet Nazarene. Here's the set and the pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. We'll try it again at 3-2. Bassa, the left-hander, back on the rubber. Out of the stretch. Looks directly at first base. Now comes directly to the plate. Runner going, swinging a line drive, and that'll be into right center field for a base hit. Dupuis, a good jump there, rounding second, easily able to get to third, and now runners at the corners for Olivet Nazarene. Yell with a solid single. Runners at first and third. That'll bring to the plate Kai Hudson.
Shortstop, number 1, Kai Hudson.
Hudson went 2 for 4, knocked in 3 against St. Ambrose. Olivet Nazarene, a .336 team batting average now, a .422 on base percentage for the team, and a .454 slugging percentage. Here's Hudson standing in. Back foot on the back line of the batter's box. 2 on, nobody out, so Olivet Nazarene trying to get back up off the deck. First pitch, a fastball in there. Strike called, runner from first going. Throw to second base into center field, and that will allow Jack Dupuis to score a run. And now sliding into third base will be Donovan Yell. So that likely will be scored an E2 to allow Dupuis to score. Donovan Yell now the tying run 90 feet away for Olivet Nazarene. The count to Kai Hudson is 1 ball and no strikes. Right now, if you're Hudson, all you need is to lift the ball into the air get it as far enough to the outfield as you can to at the very least, get a sac fly. There's a ball into the turf. 2 balls and no strikes now to Kai Hudson. 2-1 ball game here, bottom of the first inning. And once again, early fireworks in this tournament matchup. Bassa comes to the plate now, and that'll skip to the backstop, and a run will score here, and Olivet Nazarene has tied the game. Wild pitch by Bassa, and we're tied at 2. Meeting at the mound now here for St. Ambrose. The count on the scoreboard right now is 2 balls and a strike. And so just like that, the early momentum that gave St. Ambrose the lead in the first inning, that has gone away and the lead has disappeared in a heartbeat. Meeting is over. Kai Hudson getting ready to step back in for Olivet Nazarene. Olivet with a 19-13 conference record, one of several teams who wound up with that record. It was quite the tiebreak situation to decide the seedings for this tournament. There's a fastball strike on the inside half. That'll put the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lefty versus righty. Bassa into the wind and the pitch. That'll be swung on and fouled away. And we'll hold it 2-2. Bassa, kind of an angled stance on the pitching rubber. Kicks and fires. Swung on, pop foul to the right side out of play. So we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning, tied at 2. It is a win or go home proposition for both teams here tonight. Here's the 2-2. Golf swing and a miss. Drop third, strike 3, and it'll be a tag applied there by the catcher Garrett Latos for the out for the first out of the inning. So Kai Hudson out on strikes. Here's Taylor Steig. Steig going 2 for 5 in the game against St. Ambrose. He scored twice in that game. Bats here with 1 out, nobody on base. Started to swing, held up, the pitch floating in for a called strike on the outer half. 0-1 for Steig. He'll be followed by Joseph Jimenez, and then it'll be Jordan Roden here for Olivet Nazarene. And the pitch. That'll be over but low to make it a ball and a strike. Steig, right-handed batter, standing in. We are down now to 3 teams eligible for the tournament championship. There's a ball low on a heater, 2-1. The only way to punch a ticket to the NAIA National World Series is to win this tournament. There's a swing and a miss. That was a golf swing and a ball down and in the zone. And Steig coming up empty there, and the count even at 2-2. In past years, the CCAC has had 2 auto bids to the tournament. Not so this year. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. We'll try it again. In past years, if you won the regular season championship, you got 1 bid, and then if you then go on and that team wins the tournament championship, then the runner-up in the tournament would get the extra bid, but that is not on the table here this year. Here's the 2-2, breaking ball high and away, 3-2. It is win or go home for every team in this tournament. And we are down to 3 of the 6 teams in the field that are still eligible. Here's the set by Bassa and the payoff. Swung on and pop foul out of play. We'll hold it 3-2. Well, both of these benches are fired up for this game. Whether I think keeping the crowd down a little bit here. Here's another payoff pitch. Skied into the air. This is a mile high down the left field line. 3 players converging on it in foul territory. And a diving attempt here in the bullpen there is going after it. There was McFarland, the left fielder. And he was not able to get it. So it remains 3-2. Bassa in a battle with Taylor Steig. And the pitch. Fastball, a heater, but upstairs. Steig tosses the bat away, kind of like a baton, end over end toward the on-deck circle as he takes first base.
Left field.
Bassa issuing his second walk of the inning, and that'll bring to the plate Joseph Jimenez. Jimenez against St. Ambrose. A good game, 2 for 3, with 2 runs scored. Bats here with a runner at second, and the pitch. Strike on the inside edge, 0-1 to Jimenez. 1 on, 1 out, 2 in for Olivet Nazarene in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the set now by Bassa. And the delivery. Fouled straight back, and that'll make it 0-2. Jordan Roden would be next, and he will bat unless there is a double play. We've seen quite a few of those and some of the unusual variety in this tournament. Here comes the 0-2. And that'll be sprayed foul to the right side, and we'll stay at 0-2. Jimenez reaching out at that one in protect mode and lofting it into the seats right side. So he's back into the batter's box at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Bassa gets the sign from Garrett Latos. Long pause in the pitch. Fastball, and it hit him on the left foot. Jimenez, to be honest, didn't make a whole lot of effort to get out of the way of that pitch, but he takes his base anyway. A hit batter for Bassa, meeting at the mound now for St. Ambrose. 2-2 game, bottom of the first inning here. Winner advances to the CCAC championship round. It'll be a 7 o'clock start Monday night. St. Francis against the winner of this game. St. Francis has already, they were able to advance with that 11-8 win over Olivet Nazarene earlier on today. That was the first game of the day, a wild game that took almost 3 hours to play. Just checking here, the minimum number of runs scored in this tournament has been 1 and then 3, and then after that, we had 1 scored by St. Xavier, but other than that, a lot of high single digits and double-digit scoring totals in this tournament. Here's Jordan Roden now. Right-handed batter awaits in the first pitch. He backs away out of the box to avoid getting hit by that pitch as it came in down and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Roden back into the batter's box. He got in the game against St. Ambrose, but he pitched in that game. As the pitch here will miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Roden in the game against St. Ambrose got the win. He threw 7 innings of ball, scattering 3 hits, allowing 3 earned runs. Scattered 4 hits, allowed 3 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4 in that outing. Roden now with a 2-1 count here. Right-handed batter awaits. And the pitch. Fastball. Over but low. 3-1. A bad one here would load the bases for Evan Pajoli, who had that majestic 3-run home run earlier on today that tied the game at the time against St. Francis. Here's the 3-1. Golf swing here and pop foul out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We had a first inning earlier today that took a long time to play. That was in the Trinity Christian St. Ambrose game. Swinging a ground ball into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and being held up at third as the bases will be loaded now. Taylor Steig, I thought he was going to round third and try to score, but he was held up. Jimenez to second. Roden aboard at first on the base hit. And now here's Evan Pajoli.
First baseman, number 24, Evan Pajoli.
Pajoli hitting a prodigious 3-run home run earlier on today against St. Francis. At the time, it tied the game at 8. It was a dramatic home run in the 7th inning. But in the end, St. Francis prevailed. That's why Olivet Nazarene is playing right now. Bases loaded, 1 away in the inning. And Pajoli takes that, bounces in front of the plate for a ball. Good stop behind the plate there by Garrett Latos. 1 ball, no strikes to Pajoli. He'll be followed by Jacob Burton, then it would be Taylor Bledsoe. Bottom of 1 in a 2-2 game. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball. Missed outside, 2-0. Well, Pajoli now. He's got to be anxious here. He's in a prime spot. Bases loaded, 1 out, and he's in a 2-0 hitter's count. Bassa in the stretch. The pitch. Taken low, 3-2 now. Rather 3-0, I beg your pardon. And no place to put the batter here. 3-2 is on the board. I believe it is 3-0. We've had a situation earlier on in the last game where the scoreboard went dead for about half of the game as the 3-0 in there for a called strike as Pajoli taking all the way. 3-1 now the count. As we play here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Lefty versus righty. Here comes the pitch from Jacob Bassa. Pajoli swings and hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Flipped to second for 1 relay, and a good stretch at first base, and reeling it in at first base is Brock Weber on the throw that came from McCreary at second, and they turn the double play to end the inning.
After the bottom of the 1st, 2 runs on 2 hits.
So in the inning for Olivet Nazarene, 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, a walk, a hit batter. And we head to the top of the 2nd inning, tied at 2 in this elimination game. You're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the top of the 2nd inning, 2-2 ball game. The 1st inning taking almost 30 minutes to play, tying nearly and unofficially the 1st inning in the previous game. In that game between St. Ambrose and Trinity Christian, it took an hour to play the first 2 innings. Then the pace picked up, but it wound up to be a 17-9 win for St. Ambrose. First pitch here to Joey Fitzgerald. He takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0, pop foul left side out of play, onto the roof. And we're even at 1-1. Fitzgerald, Vincent, and Latos do up here for St. Ambrose in the 2nd inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch here from Cade Costello. And that'll be over but low. 2 balls and no strikes here. Costello, the right-hander, working quickly, swinging a foul back to the screen. Costello this year a 2-2 record with a 7.29 ERA in 33 1/3 innings pitched. Swinging a 1-hopper out to short right field, right through the wickets there and into right field. As that went right between the ankles there of the second baseman, Roden. And so Fitzgerald is aboard here on an E4. And that'll bring to the plate Bryce Vincent. That went right through the 5-hole there. So here's Vincent now. Go ahead run right away aboard at first base here in the top of the 2nd inning. Vincent, right-handed batter, stands in, squares the bunt, pulled the bat back. The pitch came in high and away, 1-0. Now Vincent Able to lay this bunt down, pushes it about a third of the way up the first base line. Barehanded there by Burt, the catcher, who lobs to first base for the out. Good sacrifice there by Vincent, and Fitzgerald able to advance to second base.
Catcher number 21, Garrett Latos.
One out. Here is Garrett Latos now to the plate. Latos in the first game between these two teams went 0 for 3. Looking for a hit here and maybe pick up that runner at second base to give his team the lead. The pitch here from Costello. Latos started to swing, held up. The pitch was in there anyway for a called strike. Adrian Zatara next. Then it would be Noah McCreary here for St. Ambrose. 2-2 game, top of 2. The pitch. Low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. University of St. Francis Fighting Saints playing one game today and taking a break, looking forward to Monday. There's a ball low and away and a sweeper. 2-1 for Latos. That's the advantage. If you can win your opening round games, you have a clear path to the championship round, and it's also the path of least resistance. There's a ball outside. 3-1 now here to Garrett Latos. Right now, we talked in the last game about being able to use your pitching staffs this late in the year. And when you get to that championship round so quickly, you can manage your staff and your team a lot better. A lot more advantageous. There's ball 4, low and away. Latos draws the walk. Runners at first and second now. See if Jalen Avery comes in to run. He has been doing so when Latos reaches base for St. Ambrose. And Jalen Avery will come in to run here for the Bees.
Right fielder, number 9, Adrian.
Back to the top of the order, and here's Adrian Zatara. Zatara singled back in the first inning and then scored a run. He has 2 runners on base here. 1 out in the inning. It's been a constant high wire act for all of the pitchers for the most part in this tournament. Breaking ball here, in there, called strike, and it's 0-1. Many of the pitchers on the mound during this tournament have had to get out of some really sticky situations. As there's a swing and a floater into right center field for a base hit. Leaping there was Roden, couldn't get to it. 1 run it appears will score. And a second runner now will be held up. It'll be runners at second and third for St. Ambrose as they've retaken the lead 3-2. Adrian Zatara, a line drive RBI. On what I believe will be scored now, a double to right field, although maybe they're going to score that as single and he takes second on the throw. Either way, he drives in a run. And that'll bring up Noah McCreary. Joey Fitzgerald scoring on the play. Avery held up at third. Zatara at first. Rather at second, I beg your pardon. And now McCreary batting. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. McCreary 0 for 1. He flied to center field his first time up. Runners at second and third. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCreary, quite a swing there. (3-2). St. Ambrose the lead. Here's the set now by Costello on the pitch. Fouled back this way and out of play. 1-2 to McCreary. Brandon Matias next, and then Brock Weber. Here's the pitch. Down and in, good stop again by Jacob Burt. He's been busy there behind the plate, and more so than in a normal sense of just receiving the pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. And the pitch. It'll be bounced foul wide of first base, right through the heart of the first base coach's box. We'll hold it 2-2. Costello out of the stretch, the right-hander deals. Swung on, and that'll be fouled off, and that caught McCreary as he lost his bat on the follow-through for the swing, and McCreary will try to walk it off here. Trainer will come out to have a look here, it looks like. So in this game, we've had runs scored in every half inning to this point. There's now Noah McCreary kind of leaning on the bat here a little bit. And now it looks like he'll step back into the batter's box. McCreary in a 2-2 count. Costello out of the stretch and the pitch. Swung on, soft liner, and it'll be off the glove of Roden. It'll carry him into short center field. 1 run in and 2 runs scoring. Very alert base running there, as Roden did not get to the ball all that quickly, and 2 runs come in for Olivet Nazarene, and they now lead it 5-2. Avery and Zatara scoring. I was not watching Zatara as he rounded third, but I gather he did not stop at all. He kept coming on. McCreary at first. Here's Brandon Matias, who had that towering home run back in the first inning. 5-2 St. Ambrose in the lead. Here's the set now by Cade Costello and the pitch. Down and away. Good block behind the plate by Jacob Burt. The count 1-0. 5-2 is the score. The 1-0, swing and a miss. That pitch looked to be out of the zone. And Matias coming up empty, chasing after that one. The count even at the ball on a strike. One on, 1 out, 3 in for St. Ambrose. Now McCreary at first base, back to the bag after Matias stepping out of the box. Now to the deliveries. Matias back in. A heater misses outside. 2-1. Righty versus righty here. Olivet bullpen starting to get busy as the next pitch is well low and away. Great job there by Jacob Burt to keep the ball in the area. 3-1 now. 3-2 is on the board here to Brandon Matias. And the pitch. And a chopper to third base. Glove near the bag at third. A second for 1. The relay not in time. McCreary forced at second after Dupuis. Able to get that ball to second, but then the relay from Jordan Roden. 1 hopping in, but too late. So here's Brock Weber now. Weber able to reach, then was out on the bases back in the first inning. Weber, left-handed batter, stands in. Costello kicks and fires. A high fly ball, left field, drifting toward the foul line, but it'll stay fair, and it's going to be tracked down there by Jimenez in left for Olivet Nazarene, and that'll close out the inning. But in the inning for Olivet, for St. Ambrose, they add 3 to their total. 3 runs in the inning. And it looks like 2 hits, an error, and a runner left on base. And so we head to the bottom of the second inning. The score is St. Ambrose 5, Olivet Nazarene 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go bottom 2 here in Joliet, Illinois. And it'll be Jacob Burt, the catcher, to start it up now for Olivet Nazarene against Jacob Bossa. Lefty versus righty. The first pitch, a fastball, up high, 1 ball and no strikes. It'll be Burt, followed by Taylor Bledsoe, and then Jack Dupuis for Olivet Nazarene. Olivet trailing 5-2, bottom of the second inning. The 1-0. Fastball way up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Burt, right-handed hitting catcher, awaits. And the pitch. Fastball, missing inside, 3-0 here. Bossa kicks and deals. Fastball strike on the inner half. Burt taking all the way there. So a 5-2 ball game. And Burt taking high there. And he draws a leadoff walk. And that'll bring to the plate Taylor Bledsoe. Latos, by the way, just a matter of record, coming in and back to catcher after he was lifted for the pinch runner. And I believe we'll have a new runner coming into the game for Olivet Nazarene here. Yes, we will. As for Olivet now, it'll be Sam Rizek to run here at first base. And the first pitch here coming in to Taylor Bledsoe, and he takes for a strike, and he's behind at 0-1. So Rizek at first base. Here's the set and the pitch from Bossa. Fastball down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Olivet, still very early maybe to be even talking about this, but they do have a chance with another base runner to get the tying run to the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bledsoe. Bledsoe, the number 9 Tiger in the order. So Jack Dupuis, the leadoff hitter, waiting on deck here. Here comes the 1-2 offering. Swinging a foul back out of play. We'll hold at 1-2. So far, Jacob Bossa, 1 strikeout and 3 walks. Had 46 pitches coming into the at-bat. Here's the delivery. Fastball high to even it up 2-2. Bledsoe, right-handed batter, even stance set back in the batter's box. Bossa, the left-handed pitcher, will take a long pause. Now he tosses it in toward the plate. Breaking ball, a sweeper, called third strike. Tremendous pitch there from Bossa. That long pause, well worth it here. And so Bledsoe is a strikeout victim for the first out of the Olivet second inning, and that'll bring to the plate Jack Dupuis. Dupuis had a walk in the first inning and later came around to score. There's a swing and a miss. Oh, that was a good pitch as well. Good location as Dupuis going after that one and coming up empty as it tailed toward the outer half of the zone. 0-1 now for Dupuis. 1 on, 1 out here for Olivet Nazarene. And Dupuis takes a breaking ball in there. Called strike. 0-2 now. Dupuis holding the bat over his right shoulder with a slight waggle. And the pitch. Fastball down and inside. Well, that pitch coming in down and in. Now we'll see here where Latos sets up for the next pitch. Let's see if they try to get him going away, trying to get him to fish here. Long pause again, and now the delivery. No, they ran in it on him on an inside pitch, and it's fouled back out of play. 1-2 remains the count. I think Dupuis, I glanced at the scoreboard right away after the pitch. Saw Dupuis come back and pick up his bat. I wonder if he lost it there on that last swing. Either way, he's back into the box. Bossa, another try to 1-2 offering. Here it comes. skied into the air. Medium deep right field. Coming in into his left a few steps. That's going to be Zatera. And he makes the catch for the out. So 2 away as Rezek remains at first base now. And here's Donovan Yell. Yell has a single and a run scored. Singled, advanced on a wild pitch, and then came in to score in the first inning. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. Rezek takes the lead off first base and the pitch. And that'll be a fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Kai Hudson would be next. We play in the bottom of the second inning. Bossa right now trying to retire Olivet without a run being put on the board. Runner going, swing and a miss, throw to second base to the third base side of the bag. Sweep tag, and they get Rezek at second base to end the inning. That was a great tag there by Vincent. That throw was a little bit off the mark to the third base side of the bag, but Vincent, the shortstop there, grabbing it and sweep tagging for the out to end the inning. So in the inning for Olivet Nazarene. Well, after all that, they only have the minimum come to the plate. Although Donovan Yell, a fourth batter, did come to bat, but he will lead off the next inning anyway. No runs for Olivet Nazarene in the inning. No hits, no errors, a walk, and none left on base. And after 2, it is St. Ambrose 5, Olivet Nazarene 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we move, top half of inning number 3. And it'll be Jake Muha leading it up now for St. Ambrose as the Bees with a 5-2 lead, trying to send themselves to the championship round on Monday night. Swinging a pop foul left side, that'll be out of play. 0-1 for Jake Muha, who's 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout back in the first inning. And now the 0-1 in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count. St. Ambrose, 5 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Olivet Nazarene, 2-2-1. And the pitch, swinging a foul back, will hold it, no balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Muha, McFarland, and then Fitzgerald who up here for St. Ambrose. Playing under the lights. Wind now blowing, crosswind from left to right. We've had all kinds of wind directions changes here in this during the course of this triple header Saturday. There's a ball high. And so 1-2 now to Jake Muha. Here's the set now by Cade Costello and the pitch. Missing outside, that'll even it up 2-2. We see this very, very often. Pitcher getting ahead 0-2. You waste 1 and suddenly now you're under a little bit of pressure as the count goes even. 2-2, swinging a flare, dropping quickly. That'll dunk into short left field for a base hit. Wide turn by Muha around first, but he'll stay there. Muha, the bloop single. 6th hit of the game for the Bees, and that'll bring to the plate Chris McFarland. McFarland 0 for 1, hitting into a fielder's choice his first time up. Right-handed batter taps the bat rather strongly on the plate as the first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 for McFarland. So now St. Ambrose so far in this game is out-hit. They've out-hit Olivet Nazarene 6-2. Here comes the 0-1. Bunted, pushed out halfway to the mound. Picked up there by Costello, throws to first for the out. 1-3 sacrifice. Jake Muha to second base on the play. So now Joey Fitzgerald and then Bryce Vincent will get a chance likely here to drive in a run. Fitzgerald reaching on an error his first time up. Costello out of the stretch, the kick and the pitch. Swinging a pop foul, left side, that'll be out of play, and it's 0-1. Right-hander Costello back on the mound. You can hear the wind riffling through our effects mic for a little bit. Check swing and a pitch that came in high. Appeal to the infield umpire, and they say no swing. That's the call I expected as the count goes to 1-1 strike. 5-2 St. Ambrose, top of 3, and the Bees are threatening with a runner in scoring position. There's a curveball missing outside. 2-1 now to Fitzgerald. Costello looks in for the sign from the catcher, Jacob Burt. And the pitch. Up in the zone and hit high into the air. Curling foul on the left field line, and no one gets to that. It lands squarely between the two home plates and the bullpen down the left field line. So we have a 2-2 count here. Jake Muha takes a lead off second base. Here's the 2-2. Curve missed outside. That'll fill it up. Fitzgerald, after reaching on an air back in the second inning, scored a run. Here comes another payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncer to the left side and glove there at third base by Dupuis. Long throw as he had to turn across his body, and it is too late. Head first slide at first base. Whether that had an effect on the outcome, I do not know, but either way, runners at first and second now for St. Ambrose. Infield hit there for Fitzgerald. Here now is Bryce Vincent. Vincent a sacrifice his first time up. And now Joey Fitzgerald walking it off there as he may have taken an awkward step getting to the, actually, again, he had a head first slide, but it looks like they're looking at his right ankle right now. You know, the claim is that you get there faster by running. And I wonder if that has ever been actually scientifically tested. I saw an internet message board thread on that, and the respondents posting all kinds of mathematical formulas, putting forth the various theories as Fitzgerald now will take a little bit of a jog up the right field line. I'm going to guess he will stay in the ball game here. He looks fairly ambulatory right now. Gets a hand from the crowd, and he's back aboard at first base. So now Bryce Vincent to the plate for St. Ambrose. Vincent, as we said a moment ago, with a sacrifice his first time up. Right-handed batter awaits. 2 on, 1 out. 5-2 St. Ambrose the lead. The set and the pitch. Swinging a pop-up back behind home plate out of play. 0-1. Garrett Latos next, then back to the top of the St. Ambrose order. Top of 3 in a 5-2 ball game. Cade Costello trying to keep his team close. He deals low and away for a ball. 1-1. Costello now at 59 pitches for his outing. That's a high pitch count for this stage of the game as we're in the top of the third inning. The pitch. Missing down and away. 2-1. Costello, the right-hander, back on the rubber. And the 2-1. Swung on. High fly ball, left field, but medium deep. Coming on, and the play made there and left by Jimenez for the out. Jimenez had to run a considerable distance to get to that ball, but he was able to make the play. That leaves it up now to Garrett Latos, the catcher. Latos walked, was taken out for a pinch runner. That was Jalen Avery, who later came around to score back in the second frame. Latos, right-handed batter, stands in the pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Adrian Zatera, the leadoff hitter in the Fighting Bee order, awaiting on deck. Here's the stretch of the pitch. Latos goes after that one and fouls it off to the right, out of play. Count on the board, 1 ball and 1 strike. The pause and the pitch. Swinging a fly ball fairly deep right field. Getting turned around but then drifting back into the wall there. On the warning track goes Bledsoe. And he's able to haul it in for the out. Oh, he got turned around there, and a lot of times that can end up in disaster for an outfielder. But Bledsoe able to keep his eye on the ball and reel it in to end the inning. That ball got out to right field almost to the warning track in a very quick hurry. So in the inning, no runs for St. Ambrose on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go bottom 3 with a score. St. Ambrose 5, Olivet Nazarene 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back with you from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. Donovan Yell will lead it off for Olivet Nazarene in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be Yell, Hudson, and Steig due up now for the Tigers. Jacob Bassa going to work. The left-hander kicks and fires, and the first pitch will be off the edge of the catcher's mitt to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Yell, you'll remember, was batting when a runner was out on the bases. That was Sam Rezick, who was thrown out at second base trying to steal to end the Olivet 2nd inning. Here's the 1-0 in there. Letter high called strike to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Yell is 1 for 1, had a single back in the 1st inning and later scored a run. 5-2, bottom of 3. There's a swing and a ball lofted into left center field, dropping quickly here, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Yell rounding first, heading for second all the way, slides in for a 2-base hit. A hustle double there for Donovan Yell to start it off for Olivet Nazarene in their half of the 3rd. That'll bring to the plate Kai Hudson now. So Donovan Yell a double to left center field. And here is Kai Hudson, who is 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. Hudson, right-handed batter, standing in. He can potentially drive in a run with a base hit and make it a 2-run game. His team trailing 5-2. There's a swing and a fly ball deep toward the left field corner, and that'll be pulled, it looks like, out of play. 0-1 for Kai Hudson. Taylor Steig next, and then it'll be Joseph Jimenez here for Olivet Nazarene. Just past the 10 o'clock hour. Glad you have been able to stay with us late into the night here on this first Saturday in May. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Curve up high to make it 1-1. Hudson stepping back in the box, now back into his batting stance. He never did leave the box proper. The pause and now the 1-1. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Well, we've seen a lot of occasions where pitchers getting behind in hitters and paying for it. We'll see what happens in this situation. The 2-1 on the way. High and away, 3-1. A lot of these situations where the pitchers will kind of get a little bit of a break in just winding up allowing a walk. A couple of times we've had towering home runs hit out of the yard on hitters' counts. Here comes the 3-1 offering from Bassa. Swing and a miss. Good location there. That pitch kind of riding inside on Kai Hudson. And he comes up empty, and now it is a 3-2 count. Bassa looks back at second base. Comes to the plate now. High and away, ball 4, and that'll be a walk. So now 2 on, and again the tying run to the plate here for Olivet Nazarene as Taylor Steig will come to the plate. Jacob Bassa now has issued 4 walks in this game. And in the end, that also will come back to bite you. You can only get around those walks so many times. Here's Steig, who walked in his own right back in the first inning. Bassa out of the stretch. Runners at first and second, and the pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees. Steig taking all the way. He's behind at 0-1. Here's the set now. And a turn back and a look at second base, but no throw. Two on, and the pitch. Curve up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. This game right now, pace of the game, kind of intermediate, you might say. Bassa out of the stretch in the pitch, swinging a foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bassa now, coming into the at-bat, had his pitch count up to 65. One ball, 2 strikes. The set. And the pitch. Breaking ball. And it'll be bounced foul to the left side. We'll hold at 1-2. Joseph Jimenez awaiting on deck. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and it'll be bounced to the left side. Fielded at third to second for 1. Relay as they try to go around the horn. The relay throw wild. It goes off the sidewall. Caroms right back to the first baseman, Weber, as a run comes in to score for Olivet Nazarene. Fitzgerald able to throw to second base for the force play, but then the relay was wild. And a run coming in. Now it looks like we'll have a conference here amongst the umpires. For the moment, it is a 5-3 ball game as Donovan Yell came around to score on that play. Hudson forced out at second for the first out of the inning. Steig aboard at first base. We'll see how it's scored as the umpires meeting continuing here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is a 5-3 St. Ambrose lead. And if this play holds up, Olivet will have a runner aboard at first base. And the meeting continues. And now it looks like here, Taylor Steig will be awarded second base. So I think the argument there was that throw was wild and maybe gone into the dugout or a camera well, and that would necessitate the awarding of an extra base. And now St. Ambrose coaching staff will want a word here. So the scoring now comes up on our stats feed here, the play-by-play feed. Steig reaching on a fielder's choice as Hudson was out. That was a 5-4 putout for Kai Hudson for the first out of the inning. And then Donovan Niel able to score on the throw to first, and an error was charged on the play to the second baseman, Noah McCreary. Well, a lot to write in that box for Taylor Steig's plate appearance. Here now is Joseph Jimenez. So it's a 5-3 ball game. Jimenez representing the tying run at the plate. Bassa kicks and deals. Swinging a foul up to the right out of play, and it's 0-1. Jimenez was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Jordan Roden would be next, and then it will be Evan Poggioli here for Olivet Nazarene. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Fastball down low to even the count 1-1. Lefty versus righty matchup here. This inning right now going all along at a snail's pace. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that makes it a ball and 2 strikes. There is 1 away in the inning. Beg your pardon, 2 out of the inning here. Well, 1 out. There's the count on the board is a ball and 2 strikes, but there's 1 out in the inning as there's a foul back. And we'll hold at a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard has none out, but there is 1 on that force play just a moment ago. So the at-bat continues here. A ball and 2 strikes now for Jimenez. The pitch swung on, ground ball to the left side in the hole. And gloving it at shortstop there was Vincent as he circled it through to first base. Well, that was a tough play there for Vincent. Had to come a long way there to try to circle that ball and field it just to get to the ball. And not able to make the play at first, and so Jimenez is aboard. Steig holding at second base. Here's Jordan Roden now. So that'll be a single, an infield single for Jimenez. Here's Roden, who is 1 for 1 with a base hit. Goes after the first pitch here. Hits it in the air. Medium deep right field. Underneath it there is Zatara. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 2 in the inning. Runners holding on a good throw back to the infield here from Adrian Zatara. 2 away, and that'll bring up Evan Poggioli. Poggioli hit into a 6-4-3 double play in his first at bat in the game back in inning number 1. Right-handed batter stands in now. Here's the set now. And the pitch. And that hits Poggioli just above the left ankle. He's okay, and the bases will be loaded now. Steig to third, Jimenez to second. And now the tying runs in scoring position for Olivet Nazarene, and that'll bring to the plate Jacob Burt, the catcher, who came in after being lifted for a pinch runner. Burt had a walk back in the second inning. Burt, right-handed catcher, stands in. Bassa looks in for the side. Trying to keep his team in front here with 2 away in the inning, and the pitch. It'll be over but low, 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, strike one so important so often, but it has been elusive at times for the pitchers on the mound in this tournament. Here comes the 1-0. That'll miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Lefty on righty here in this at bat. Bossa out of the stretch. And the delivery. Taken down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Correction, 3-1 right now on the board here. Bossa kicks and fires. Strike called. So now, according to our feed, it is 2-1, and now that was in fact a 3-ball count. It'll be ball 4 low, and a run comes in for Olivet Nazarene to make it a 1-run game. So Jacob Burt gets an RBI and a bases-loaded walk. Taylor Steig scoring, 2nd run of the inning. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Taylor Bledsoe will come to the plate now for Olivet Nazarene. Bases remaining loaded for the Tigers. Golden opportunity here to perhaps tie or take the lead. Bledsoe waits the first pitch, kind of a golf swing, popped up right side, foul territory, long run, but nobody will be able to get to it. 0-1 to Bledsoe, who's 0 for 1 with a called third strike in this game. So on the walk, Jimenez to third. Pajoli's at second now. Jacob Burton remaining in the game at first base. Here's the 0-1 to Bledsoe. Taking all the way down low to even it up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bledsoe is the 8th batter to hit in the inning. Jack Dupuis awaiting on deck. Bossa versus Bledsoe, the pitch. Fouled off to the right out of play. And now Bledsoe in a 1-2 count. Bossa now up to 82 pitches. We're only in the 3rd inning of the game. And the next offering. Fastball. Strike 3 called on the inner half, and that'll end the inning. And Olivet Nazarene stranding 3. So in the inning for Olivet Nazarene, they do play a pair in the inning. 2 runs, and it looks like 2 hits. We had, I believe, at least 1 error, and 3 left on base. And so we head now to the top of the 4th inning with a score. Tight ball game. It is St. Ambrose 5, Olivet Nazarene 4. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher coming on now for Olivet Nazarene. It'll be a left-hander, Eric Cerezo, coming on for his first appearance of this tournament. He has a record this year of 3-2 with an 8.39 earned run average. He has thrown 24 2/3 innings this season, allowing 25 hits, 23 runs, all earned, 22 walks, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .266 against him. So we head to the top of the fourth inning now. Top of the order coming up for St. Ambrose. And so it'll be Adrian Zatara to bat here for the Bees. We'll lead it 5-4. Top of four. Cerezo, left-hander into the wind of the pitch. Breaking ball, missing high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. So the day is done for the starter, Cade Costello, for Olivet Nazarene. Here's the set now by Cerezo and the pitch. Fastball missed outside. Costello going 3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of which were earned. He walked 1 and struck out a batter. Cerezo, the set in the pitch. Line drive back up the middle and into center field for a solid base hit here for Adrian Zatara. Zatara now has reached 3 times in this game, has scored twice, and also driven in a run. So that'll bring to the plate Noah McCreary. McCreary 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. And the first pitch to McCreary, swinging a foul back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. And the 0-1. Check swing, and it'll be popped up left side foul territory. It'll land about 10 feet beyond the on-deck circle. So now 0-2 here to Noah McCreary. Going to check the online box score here as it's showing McCreary with 2 RBIs. McCreary, left-handed batter, stands in. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Had a good sound to it, and it is stroked on the ground into right field for a solid single. Racing around second base, Zatara. Head first slide into third as the throw coming in. I think Olivet was fortunate there not to allow the batter runner to take second base as Zatara to third. McCreary aboard, back-to-back singles to start the St. Ambrose 4th inning, and that'll bring to the plate Brandon Matias. Going to check Zatara's line score here, and he is also being shown with an RBI. And again, McCreary with 2 ribbies in the game, so we'll put that in the scorebook, and now that'll bring up, as we said, Brandon Matias. Matias with that 2-run blast in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 in the game. 5-4 ball game. St. Ambrose threatening here with nobody out in the 4th inning. Swinging a high fly ball. Medium deep center field coming on now. That's actually the almost shallow center field. The ball caught there by Donovan Yell in center, and tagging up from third and scoring will be Adrian Zatara to make it a 6-4 ball game. So the sacrifice fly successful. McCreary holds it first, 1 away in the inning, a run in, and that'll bring to the plate Brock Weber. Weber, left-handed batter, stands in now. He is 1 for 2 in this game. And the first pitch will be in for strike 1. Weber, a single back in the first inning, then was out on the bases. And then he flied to left field last time up back in inning number 2. Here's the stretch now. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Look out. It hits the batter. That curled in and caught the right shoulder there of Weber. He's aboard at first base, having been hit by a pitch. Noah McCreary to second base on the play. That'll bring to the plate Jake Muha. 6-4 ball game. Top of the 4th inning here. Playing late into this Saturday night here in Joliet, Illinois. Muha is 1 for 2, a strikeout and a base hit. Time called here. Ball getting away from the bullpen down the right field line. That is the Olivet bullpen, and that bullpen is starting to get busy. Here's Jake Muha, a strikeout and a base hit in this game. 2 on in the inning. And the first pitch goes after that, hits it high in the air, right center field, fairly deep but playable here. And Bledsoe over to make the grab, and at second base the runner tagging, and going to third, that's McCreary. So he pulls in at third base. And that'll bring to the plate Chris McFarland. So runners at first and third for St. Ambrose. McFarland to the plate. He has hit into a fielder's choice and also has a sacrifice. First pitch here, fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. McFarland looking like there he was sitting on a first pitch fastball and was on it timing-wise, but fouled it straight back. No balls and 1 strike. Lefty versus righty in the pitch. Taken in there, called strike, and it's 0-2. McFarland standing in. Trying to go into protect mode here with an 0-2 count. And the pitch. Fouled back. And McFarland going a little bit low on the swing there to be able to get a piece of it, and he fouled it straight back. Actually backing a little bit to the right to be more accurate. McFarland still behind now, no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch here from Cerezo. On the way. Curve, high and away, 1-2. Joey Fitzgerald would be next for St. Ambrose. Top of 4. 6-4 St. Ambrose with a lead. Cerezo out of the stretch now. And the pitch. This is hit well into the air. And that'll be a line into left field for a base hit. A run will score. I thought that would have a little bit more loft to it than it did. But it was ripped to left field for the solid single here. McCreary scores. That ball got out there in a heartbeat. It was really fast. McFarland the RBI single. 7-4 in favor of St. Ambrose. Brock Weber to second on the play. Joey Fitzgerald to the plate. He has reached twice, once on an errand, once on a single. Swinging a foul here right at home plate. And so 0-1 now for Fitzgerald. Cerezo out of the stretch. Left-hander kicks and deals. Low and away. Good stop there by Jacob Birch, sliding to his left to keep the ball in front of him, preventing advancement by the runners at first and second. So now 1-1 here to Joey Fitzgerald. Left-handed batter awaits. And here's the delivery. Swinging a pop-up. Looks like behind the bag at first. Pajoli is there, reaches back, and it lands behind him, and everybody will be safe. Right there as well was Roden. Looked like a little bit of confusion there as well, as it looked like Pajoli reached back and not able to get to it. Weber coming in to score to make it an 8-4 ball game. On the play, McFarland to third. Fitzgerald is aboard at first. Here's Bryce Vincent now. Vincent, right-handed batter, waits. First pitch into the turf. 1 ball, no strikes. Garrett Latos would be next. Runners at first and third. 2 on, 2 out, 3 in for St. Ambrose. And the next delivery. Strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. That last play scored an error on Evan Pajoli at first base. So Weber scoring an unearned run to make it an 8-4 ball game. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball down low again into the turf. 2-1 now to the number 8 hitter in the St. Ambrose order. Another game with a lot going on. Already 12 runs on the board. The stretch in the pitch. Strike at the knees to make it 2-2. I'm sure the coaches of whichever team gets to the championship round will be very grateful for a day off. Maybe able to rest the arms a little bit before the championship round Monday. There's a swing and a ground ball right back up the middle into center field as it hit the mound and goes scooting into center field. A solid single there. Bryce Vincent aboard for the first time in the game. Fitzgerald stopping at second. Garrett Latos now to the plate for St. Ambrose. St. Ambrose won their opening game over Roosevelt 4-3. Then they were defeated by Olivet Nazarene. Then won earlier on today to extend their tournament journey this far. Latos walking a flat to right field. First pitch. And then they'll be in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Latos, right-handed batter, stands in. Here comes the 0-1. Curve in for a strike. 0-2 now to the Fighting Bees catcher. Runners take their leads at first and second. The set and the pitch. Breaking ball, bounced foul wide of third. Right through the third base coach's box. So we'll stay in an 0-2 count here to the catcher, Garrett Latos. Just about at the 90-minute mark of this ball game. And Latos goes after this one. Hits it in the air, short right field, coming on, and a collision here as the second baseman, Rowan, went tumbling, somersaulting. Both players are down in right field, and 2 runs will score. That ball was dropping quickly. Trainer hustling out there as well as teammates as 2 players are down. Coming in was Bledsoe, and then going out was the second baseman, Roden. And both players now being attended to. Both remaining on the field. We've had a number of plays like that where you'd have a pop-up, 2 players going after it, and both continuing on. We've had some minor collisions, but this is the most serious one we've seen in the tournament thus far. Looks like both players back on their feet now. Trying to walk off any ill effects here. Getting up pretty quickly there was Taylor Bledsoe, the right fielder. Trainer's coming off the field here. Let's see if both players will stay in the game. And it looks like we'll have a new player coming in at second base for Olivet Nazarene now. So it looks like Jordan Roden will come out of the game. And it appears coming in at second base for Olivet Nazarene will be Andy Onan, who got the start earlier on today, if memory serves, for Olivet Nazarene. I'll go back and check the scorebook here. Got to go back 2 games here. And the starting second baseman today in game 1 for Olivet Nazarene was, in fact, Roden. So Anand played in the previous game for Olivet. Anyway, it appears as if we were about to resume now. As on that play, by the way, St. Ambrose was able to add a couple of runs. They now lead it 11-4 in the game, and there's a breaking ball in for a called strike now. As to the plate is Adrian Zatara. So it's a single for Latos on the scoring. He advances to second on a throw. He drives in 2 runs on the play. And now, again at the plate here, is Adrian Zatera. St. Ambrose has batted around in the inning. Next pitch on the way. That was a hanger, a sharp grounder, 1-hopper. Gloved there nicely at short by Kai Hudson. Throws to first base, and that'll end the inning. But St. Ambrose able to add to their lead.
6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 1.
As in the frame, again, Zatera grounding out to shortstop. And in the inning for St. Ambrose. They scored 6 runs on 5 hits. There was an error and 1 left on base. So we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it is St. Ambrose 11, Olivet Nazarene 4. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning on this late Saturday night in Joliet, Illinois. There were 6 runs that were in fact scored. I was unsure right away. I had not written in because of I was watching the development after the collision there, but did not write in my scorebook a couple of runs that had scored. But it was a 6-run inning for St. Ambrose, and they break open a close game. They now lead it 11-4, and leading it off here is going to be Jack Dupuis as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning in Olivet Nazarene now. Their offense needs to get going here as they trail by 7 to St. Ambrose. And Dupuis, after taking the first pitch, will take another one, and that'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Grant Baker now on pitching here for St. Ambrose. There's a topper foul up the right side. 1-2 now to Dupuis, who has a walk in a fielder's a walk and a fly out to right field. So Jacob Boss's start is history. It is Grant Baker. This is his 2nd appearance of the tournament. Comes set in the pitch. Sharply hit grounder, and that'll be into left field for a solid single there for Jack Dupuis, who is aboard for the 2nd time in the game. Here's Donovan Yell. Yell has a single and a double. He's halfway to a cycle. So Jacob Bossa tonight going 3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 4 runs all earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Here's the set now. And Grant Baker the pitch. Missing outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Yell doubled in the 1st inning, advanced on a wild pitch, later scored. He also doubled and scored in the 3rd. And the pitch. Fastball up high, throw back behind the runner, but not in time. As Jack Dupuis able to get back to the bag at first. The count to the batter now. Donovan Yell is 2 balls and no strikes. Baker gets the sign. And he comes to the plate. Fastball, strike on the outside edge. Good position there on that pitch. And it is now 2-1. There's a swing and a chopper foul to the right side of home plate now as Baker working fairly quickly. And the count squared, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kai Hudson would be next and will bat here in the Olivet Nazarene 4th inning. They trail 11-4. Next pitch, down and in. It'll skip by Garrett Latos and roll over toward the right side on deck circle. And so that'll be a chance for Dupuis to advance, which he takes advantage of. So that'll be a wild pitch charged here to Grant Baker. Baker looks in for the sign. Looks back at second base. Takes a second look at second. Now he'll deal to the plate. It'll be swung on and fouled away. And so the at-bat will continue here. St. Ambrose, 11 runs on 12 hits. Olivet, 4 runs on 5 hits. Each team has been charged with 2 errors. Count on the board, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball 4 outside, runners at first and second. So 2 out, nobody on. A promising start to the 4th inning for Olivet Nazarene. Is now a meeting at the mound here between Latos and Baker. Wind blowing right now from left to right, so if you get the ball into the jet stream maybe in right field, it might take it out. We've already had 1 home run over the right field wall on this day. So here's Kai Hudson now. Hudson is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him, going after that, and he fouls it off his foot, and he's behind it 0-1, and he'll have to walk that off. Hudson kind of bending over a little bit, flexing his left leg there. And now he kind of taps the spikes as he gets back to the batter's box. Hudson, right-handed batter, awaits. No balls and a strike. 2 on in the inning. Nobody out for Olivet Nazarene. Look back at second now by Grant Baker. And the pitch. Look out. That hit him in the helmet, and he's down. Oh, my goodness. Kai Hudson hit right on the helmet, and he is rolling around near home plate, and the trainer will come out to take a look here. I think right now Lato is going out to settle down his pitcher. That is nothing that you want to see if you're a pitcher. Hudson now back to his feet. He'll take his base. So the bases are now loaded after Hudson is hit with a pitch on the helmet. Dupuis to third, Yell to second. That was a little bit frightening there. We've had 2 tough situations to watch here in the last 15 minutes or so. Here's Taylor Steig now. Steig is a walk and is hit into a fielder's choice, and he scored a run. A chance here for Olivet Nazarene to close the gap. They trail 11-4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Steig, right-handed batter in the box. Looks like there's action in the St. Ambrose bullpen. First pitch coming in from Grant Baker, low and away, and it's 1-0. Joseph Jimenez next, then it would be Jordan Roden. Although he came out of the game, and it would be then Andy Owen to bat. Here comes the next pitch. Off the edge of the catcher's mitt to the backstop, and a run will come in to score to make it an 11-5 ball game. And the other 2 runners advance to second and third. So Dupuis scoring on a wild pitch, the second of the inning. Donovan Yell to third, Kai Hudson to second. The count is now on the board 2-0 to Taylor Steig, and now a meeting at the mound here for St. Ambrose. Well, the last thing you want for St. Ambrose, if you're St. Ambrose right now, is to allow the opposition back into the ball game, but there's still a lot of baseball to be played here. Meeting at the mound is over with now. And now Taylor Steig will get back into the batter's box. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Laced into center field, but that'll have some carry to it. Coming on, diving forward there, trying to make the grab was Jake Muha. And he was able to do just that on a fine play. They tried to throw back behind the runner at second base, Hudson, but he's able to get back to the bag. Is on the play, by the way. It is Donovan Yale scoring, so that'll be a line sacrifice fly. A run coming in. That is the first out of the inning. Here's Joseph Jimenez now. First pitch to him in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. So now it's 11-6. The lead for St. Ambrose has been pared down to 5. Jimenez has been hit by a pitch and singled in this game. No lead is safe in this tournament. There's a swing and a Baltimore chop out to the left side. Glove there at shortstop by Vincent. Throw to first. They get him by an eyelash. Bryce Vincent charging, gloving, and throwing to first to get the runner in a heartbeat there for the out. Looks like Jeff Mulliken, the head coach now for Olivet, out ahead of a word with the first base umpire. Good play there by Bryce Vincent at shortstop to get the out. That's the second out of the inning. On the play, Kai Hudson going to third. Due up will be Andy Onen. So Onen now to the plate. Andy Onen, a .260 hitter on the year, has a home run and 7 runs batted in. Olivet Nazarene bench now with a lot of chatter here. They're fired up. First pitch to Onen. It'll skip away here from late toes. A runner will come in to score from third base. That makes it 11-7. Kai Hudson scores the third Olivet run of the inning. 1-0 to Onen now. Andy Onen now out of the batter's box taking a practice swing. He now will be at the plate with the bases empty and 2 away. Another wild pitch allowing a run to come in. And the 1-0. Strike on the outside half, and it's now 1-1. Let's see, is that 3 wild pitches in the inning? It's at least 2. And I think, in fact, it is 3. Here comes the delivery. Swung on, and a one-hopper to third base. Bobble there at third, and it will be Andy Onen able to reach at first base on an error there by Fitzgerald at third. So the inning continues for Olivet Nazarene. That'll bring to the plate Evan Pajoli. Pajoli has hit into a double play and has been hit by a pitch. We've had a lot of atypical line scores on the scorebook for the batters throughout the tournament. There's a called strike, and it's 0-1 to Pajoli. He'll be followed by Jacob Byrne, and then it would be Taylor Bledsoe for Olivet Nazarene. Here's the set now and the delivery. Chopper on a topper, left of the mound, picked up there by Baker, throws to first base, and it nearly pulled Brock Weber off the bag, but he was able to hold the base and make the catch to end the inning on a little bit of an acrobatic play. But in the inning for Olivet Nazarene, they score 3 times, 3 runs in the frame. On, it looks like the one hit, there was an error and a runner left on base, and we head now to the top of the 5th inning, and your score, St. Ambrose 11, Olivet Nazarene 7, and you're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the top of the 5th inning in another high-scoring game. It's Matthew Cusino now on the pitch here for Olivet Nazarene, and the first pitch here to Noel McCreary will miss for ball 1. We're in the 5th inning, 11-7 St. Ambrose, swinging a ground ball to the right side. And Andy Onan in short right field makes the play and throws to first base for the out. So McCreary out on a 4-3 put out, 1 away in the inning. Here now is Brandon Matias, who has homered, hit into a fielder's choice, and also has an RBI and a sac fly. Goes after the first pitch here and sprays it foul to the right side, and he's behind at 0-1. Cusino, a right-hander, leans in, now works out of the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Tailed away, down and away in the zone. And Matias not able to make contact, and he's behind in an 0-2 hole. Matias with 3 RBIs in the game. And the pitch from Cusino. And that'll miss down and away. 1-2. Top of 5, St. Ambrose on the 11-7 lead. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Down and away, 2-2 now. Brock Weber next, then Jake Muha here for St. Ambrose. No doubt the Bees looking to keep the foot on the pedal here. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and a strikeout for out number 2 in the inning. So Cusino trying to come in and do something which really has been rare all day long, and that's retire a side in order. That brings to the plate Brock Weber. Weber in this game has a single, fly out, and has been hit by a pitch. Comebacker here and into center field on a ground ball for a 2-out single for Brock Weber. So, Cade Costello, the starter for Olivet, going 3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 5 runs, and 4 earned. And then Eric Cerezo, 1 inning, allowing 5 hits, 6 runs, just 2 of them were earned. And he did not walk, nor did he strike out a batter. Comebacker here off the glove of the pitcher, Cusino. It'll be picked up there, it looks like, by Dupuis, the third baseman, but he puts it in his pocket and everybody will be safe. Infield hit for Jake Muha. That'll bring up Chris McFarland, and here come the Fighting Bees after the first 2 batters retired here in the 5th inning. St. Ambrose now with 14 hits in the game. They've out-hit Olivet 14-5. Here's McFarland, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He takes the first pitch in, knee high, called strike, and it's 0-1. McFarland is a fielder's choice, a sacrifice, and an RBI single. He's also scored a run. Cusino out of the stretch in the pitch. Cusino deals, and that'll be a pop foul that back out of play. 0-2 now for Chris McFarland. Two on, 2 out, top of the 5th inning. Olivet trying to be shut out here for only the 2nd time in an inning in the game. As there's a check swing, and the infield umpire near first base has no swing on an appeal. So the count now 1-2 here for Chris McFarland. Cusino comes set now. And the pitch. Is tying away. Squares it up. I have it at 2-2. And now the board also has it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Righty versus righty here. Cusino looks in for the sign. Now he's ready to deal, but will not deliver a pitch. He went into his kick, went into his motion, then held off. So we'll reset here. And a 2-2 offering. Breaking ball, called third strike, letter high. That was a perfect pitch there, and that'll end the inning. So St. Ambrose threatens, but they do not score. As in the frame, no runs for St. Ambrose. No runs in the inning. On 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We're halfway home in our elimination game. Your score is St. Ambrose 11, Olivet Nazarene 3 as we go bottom 5. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go, bottom of 5. Jacob Burt leading it off, taking the first pitch in for a called strike. And now the next pitch. And that'll be over but low. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Grant Baker, 23 pitches coming into the inning. Out of the stretch now. Here's the 1-1. Missing down and away, 2 balls and a strike. Jacob Burt has a walk both in the second and third innings. And in the third inning case, it was a bases loaded walk to drive in a run. Taking here outside. That runs it now to 3-1. 11-7, St. Ambrose with a lead, but as we've been saying throughout, not to be too repetitive, but no lead is secure. There's a ball outside, and that's a leadoff walk for Jacob Burke. So Burt aboard at first base. Got a pinch runner coming into the game now for Olivet Nazarene. And again, this will be Sam Rezick. So Rezick will run here. Taylor Bledsoe due up now for the Tigers. Bledsoe 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Caught looking both times. First pitch from Baker. It'll be high and sail to the backstop. And another wild pitch will put Rezick in scoring position at second base. I'm going to see if I can locate the total number of wild pitches in this game. They have been climbing in number here. Grant Baker looks in for the sign now. Chance for Olivet Nazarene to bring it back to perhaps 11-8 with a base hit. Long pause here by Baker, and now he deals. This is hit well to center field, but will stay up. Coming on into his left, the catch made there by Jake Muha in center. He got a good jump on that ball and is able to make the catch for out number 1. Check the pitching stats here. Doesn't look like we have a column for wild pitches. We'll scroll down here a little bit. Yep, can't see a total computed on the stats feed. Anyway, here's Jack Dupuis now for Olivet Nazarene. First pitch to him here, and that'll be high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. We've had already 221 pitches in this game. We're only past the halfway point of the game. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in there. Called strike to make it 1-1. The strike percentages for the pitchers tonight for Olivet Nazarene. .536. That's a stat we really don't talk about that much. Actually, it's less than that. And the next pitch on the way, and that'll be fouled off. So Olivet Nazarene at a .633 first strike percentage, and Olivet Nazarene a little bit of a lead in that category, as St. Ambrose is at .536. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, and the pitch. Just off the outside corner. Oh, the St. Ambrose bench thought they had that strikeout, but it did not happen. 2-2 now to Jack Dupuis. Runner at second takes his lead. 1 on, 1 out, and the pitch. Dupuis taking outside, again just missing. 3-2. Baker trying to nibble a little bit off the corner and not able to get the call. Baker now back on the rubber. 11-7 ball game, bottom of the 5th inning. Long pause, and now the payoff. Taken low, ball 4, and that'll put a runner at first base. Runners now at first and second for Olivet Nazarene. So Baker issues the free pass. And now Donovan Yell is due up. Grant Baker has now walked 3 in the game. Here's Donovan Yell, 2 for 2 with a walk. He's scored 3 times tonight. Here's the set now, and the first pitch coming in from Grant Baker. Hit well to center field. Dropping, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Station to station here as the bases are loaded now for Olivet Nazarene. Boy, Donovan Yell jumping on that pitch. He's been on base now 4 times tonight. 3 hits and a walk, and now Kai Hudson will stride to the plate. And he now represents the tying run in this game, meeting at the mound here now. There has been action in the St. Ambrose bullpen. We are now at the 11 o'clock hour here in the Chicagoland area. We are pleased you are staying up late with us. So that'll be it for Grant Baker. He comes out. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about it after a break. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher in for St. Ambrose. He is right-hander Frank Quinn. He has a 2-1 record with a 6.53 earned run average in 9 appearances, 41 in the 3rd innings, 62 hits, 33 runs, 30 of which have been earned, 14 walks, 21 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .360 against him. Had so many pitching changes, I can reel off those stats now almost in my sleep. As Frank Quinn continuing on with his warm-up tosses. Grant Baker is responsible for the runners on bases. Quinn inherits a pair, inherits 3 runners on base as Olivet Nazarene has the bases loaded. Winner moves on to play Monday night at 7 p.m. against St. Francis in the first game of a potential 2 in the championship round. All right, here we go now. Kai Hudson to the plate. A little bit of drama here now as he does represent the tying run, and the home run has been prominent throughout the tournament here this weekend. Hudson in this game has struck out, walked, and been hit by a pitch. Right-handed batter stands in. The bases are loaded. 1 away in the inning. Quinn deals. First pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. You know, the old adage, strike one is the most important pitch. We have not seen that a whole lot in this game with pitchers getting ahead in counts. Quinn deals the 1-0. Down in the zone, and it's golf swing attempt there, and it's fouled off. 1-1 now to Kai Hudson. Runners taking their leads at every base. Quinn gets the sign. Now he'll deal. Good pitch there, down in the zone. A swing and a miss by Hudson. And so now Quinn is a strike away from getting out of this jam. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor Steig would be next. Quinn out of the stretch. Bases loaded, and the pitch. Swung on, a chopper near third, and that'll be called a foul ball, I believe. Boy, that could have been a little bit of a disaster there, as fielding that ball there at third base was Fitzgerald. He was going to come home, as there is only 1 out, trying to cut off the run, and there was the umpire right in the way. The catcher also was there, and a runner coming in. That would have been a kind of a precarious situation. As it is, it goes as a foul ball. The count holding and a ball and 2 strikes for Kai Hudson. 1 away, the bases loaded. St. Ambrose in front 11-7. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes another offering. Grounded to the left side. A slow roller to Vincent at short. To second for 1. They cannot go on to first for a relay, and a run will come in to score for Olivet Nazarene. That makes it a 3-run game. Fielder's choice for Hudson. He's aboard at first. Donovan Yell was forced at second base on the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Rezick scoring. And now Dupuis to third, and that'll bring to the plate with runners at first and third, Taylor Steig. 11-8 ball game. Olivet Nazarene tossing a run on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. Quinn kicks and fires. Steig rips it down the left field line. That'll be a fair ball. At least 1 run will score. Cut off before it gets to the corner there in left field by McFarland. And a throw to second base. The tag applied too late. Head first slide there by Steig. He has a 2-base hit as he drives in a run. They get tangled up there at second base, and now Slow getting up here at second. As the trainer out to attend to an injured Fighting Bee. Okay, not yet tell which player that might be. And it is the second baseman, Noah McCreary. He is back up and on his feet. Everyone okay. The inning continues. It's now an 11-9 ball game. So on that play, Steig with an RBI double. Here's Joseph Jimenez. Kai Hudson on the play. Wound up going to third. There's a swing and a foul. Sharply hit left side. Dupuis scoring on that play. The second run of the inning. So runners now at second and third. 0-1 here to Jimenez. Frank Quinn trying to keep his team in front. Tying runs are now on base. Swinging a grounder wide of third, foul. And so Jimenez behind now, no balls and 2 strikes. We've been saying all along, no lead is too large the way these games have gone. St. Ambrose led 11-4, but now it's down to a 2-run Fighting Bee lead. 11-9 is the score. No balls, 2 strikes to Jimenez, who's been hit by a pitch, a single as well. And then he hit into a force play. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. And it'll strand 2 runners in scoring position. Those were the tying runs for Olivet Nazarene. Good pitch there by Quinn. Down in the zone, not a lot you can do with it. And Jimenez swung over it. But Olivet Nazarene drawing closer. They pick up 2 runs on the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. 2 left on base. We go to the 6th at St. Ambrose 11, Olivet Nazarene 9. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. As we come back, Cusino, the first pitch of the inning, and it is drilled over the right field wall on a rocket of a home run here. And St. Ambrose adds to their lead. It's now a 12-9 ball game. That ball was hammered. And Bryce Vincent will now bat after the home run by Joey Fitzgerald. That ball was crushed. It was a rocket over the right field wall. 12-9 ball game now. As Fitzgerald taking here. And that was in there for a called strike. To Vincent, rather, as Fitzgerald with a home run. So a solo shot there. And now Vincent behind 0-2. And the pitch. Swung on, bounced foul wide of third base. Well, he came out of the break right as that pitch was being delivered, and it got out in a hurry. Now Vincent batting here in a 2-strike situation. 12-9 ball game. Just like that, St. Ambrose answered after their lead had been cut to a pair. Reaching out there, and it's spoiled foul to the right side by Vincent. And we hold at no balls and 2 strikes. Garrett Leto is next, then back to the top of the order for the Fighting Bees. Here's the set now by Cusino in the pitch. Swung on and in the air to center field. Coming on, Donovan Niel trying to catch it, cannot do it. It short hops him. He does a nice job to keep it in the area as he was able to make contact with the ball on the short hop. But it'll be a base hit here for Bryce Vincent. So now Garrett Leto's to the plate. Letos has walked, flied to right, and singled. Well, when that ball was hit off the bat of Fitzgerald, I didn't think it had enough height. I thought it would be an extra base hit when it came off the bat. But it went over the wall. There's a swing and a foul back out of play. 0-1 now to Garrett Letos. Ball rattling around somewhere in the area here. So now 12-9. St. Ambrose at an even dozen in the run column here tonight. Cusino kicks and deals. This is a soft liner and a little bit of a hop, and the catch made by Kai Hudson at shortstop on a good defensive play, as he was also moving laterally and a little bit back to his right. Leto's retired, one away, one on, one in, and back to the top of the order now, and Adrian Zatera. We're in the sixth. Zatera is 3 for 4 with a run batted in. Righty versus righty in the first pitch, breaking ball. Cosina really pulling the string on that, and it missed up high, 1 ball and no strikes. Zatera, right-handed batter, standing in. 12-9 in favor of St. Ambrose. The winner to move on to the championship round Monday. There's a swing and a high pop-up, right side, foul territory. Pajoli, the first baseman, a nice over-the-shoulder catch there for the out. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And it'll leave it up now to Noel McCreary. Noel McCreary has 2 hits and 4 trips to the plate tonight. Has a pair of RBIs. Had a 2-run single in the second. Singled and scored in the fourth. Righty versus lefty matchup here. And the pitch. This is hit well, high and deep to right center field. Back to the track, and that ball, I believe, caught at the deepest part of the yard by Donovan Yell in center field to end the inning. Yep, it was caught, and the inning is over. Oh, when that ball was at its apex, I thought it would go out, but Donovan Yell able to haul it in, and the inning comes to an end. A long out there for Noah McCreary, but in the inning, St. Ambrose picks up a run on the leadoff home run from Joey Fitzgerald. A run into the frame on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is St. Ambrose 12, Olivet Nazarene 9. You are tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, a 3-run ball game, 12-9, St. Ambrose with a lead. And by this tournament standards, a 3-run lead is not a lot, as the first pitch coming in from Frank Quinn down and inside. 1 ball and no strikes here to replace Jordan Roden, who got hurt on a play earlier in the game on a collision. On in here, taking, and it'll be a strike in there on the outer half of the plate. On and right-handed batter stands in. And the pitch. It'll bounce in front of the plate and go to the backstop. Count on the board 2-1. Live Stats has it at 3-0. As Quinn kicks and fires. We'll find out together. Moot points. There's a single on a ground ball to the left side and into left field for a ground single here for Andy Onen. So Onen now on board for the second time in the game. And now Evan Pajoli to the plate. 1 more base runner will bring the tying run to the plate for Olivet Nazarene. Pajoli has hit into a double play, been hit by a pitch, and grounded back to the pitcher. Frank Quinn trying to keep his team in front. Pajoli squares, pulls the bat back. The pitch is up high, 1-0. Jacob Burt next, then it would be Taylor Bledsoe here for Olivet Nazarene. Trying to chip away at a deficit that they have had to deal with for most of this game. Swinging a fly ball deep to left field toward the scoreboard. Back to the track, to the wall. Gone! Evan Pajoli, his second home run of the day. A 2-run blast. It's now 12-11. Pajoli greeted by his teammates here as he hammers that one over the left field fence. Meeting at the mound for St. Ambrose. Back to a 1-run game. It was 11-4 at one point in favor of St. Ambrose. Since then, they've been outscored 6-1 to make it a 1-run game. New pitcher coming in for Frank Quinn. So that home run ball hastens Frank Quinn's exit from the game. We'll take a break, come back, tell you more after a timeout. Bottom six and another wild one, 12-11 in favor of St. Ambrose. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher is Nathaniel Johnson now for St. Ambrose. He has a 1-0 record with a 5.04 ERA. He's thrown 30 in the third innings this year. 33 hits, 21 runs, 17 earned. And the first pitch here will be lifted into the air. Deep left center field, and that'll be tracked down, it looks like, right in front of the warning track by McFarland in left field for St. Ambrose for a long out. So Jacob Burt, one pitch, and he flies to left field for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Taylor Bledsoe. Bledsoe has struck out twice and flied out to center field. Lefty versus righty, the first pitch missing outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So we've had a home run now in each half inning of this sixth frame. There's a high pop-up right side out of play. Nathaniel Johnson, tall right-hander, gets a new ball, working quickly, and he'll deal here. And that'll be just inside. So now on the board, the count, 2 balls and a strike here. And the pitch, and it hits Bledsoe on the left calf. So a hit batter here. And now the tying run is on base for Olivet Nazarene. Back to the top of the order, and Jack Dupuis. Dupuis has walked, flied out, singled and walked. First pitch, and that'll be down low. 1 ball, no strikes. If I don't miss my guess, I believe Dupuis may be a switch hitter here. I think he's hit from the other side with a right-handed pitcher. There's a swing and a ball flared into left field, and that'll be a foul ball. I thought for sure it would land fair, but it did not. That's a reversal from a couple of earlier occasions where I thought it would be foul and it wound up to be playable in the corner. 1-1 now to Jack Dupuis. We play in the bottom of the 6th inning, 12-11 in favor of St. Ambrose. Nathaniel Johnson, left-hander, kicks and deals. And that'll be drilled into center field, a solid single here. And so the hit parade of this tournament continues. Bledsoe to second. Dupuis aboard at first base. Here's Donovan Yell. So far in this game now, we have had 26 hits. I think we had 34 in the previous game today. I'd have to go back and look at the box score. Anyway, here's Donovan Yell. Yell is 3 for 4 with a walk. 3 for 3 with a walk. Has scored 3 times in this game. First pitch, he bunts the ball, pushes it up the left side. It'll be a foul ball. 0-1 here. 12 runs, 16 hits, 3 errors for St. Ambrose. 11 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors for Olivet Nazarene. As we are steaming toward the midnight hour here. 36 minutes away from tomorrow arriving. Although, does tomorrow ever really arrive? Here's the set now. Chew on that one for a bit, philosophical-wise. There's a swing and a pop foul left side on the play. I remember when I was young watching I remember it for some reason very vividly. It was back in the day, they would have Monday Night Baseball on NBC and then ABC for a while, and Kurt Gotti was calling the game. It was a game in Baltimore. It went very late. They used to have a curfew in the American League, and it got to midnight, and he said, it is now tomorrow at the stroke of midnight. Breaking ball here, nearly hitting the batter, but it misses inside. But tomorrow never really arrives. The count here to the batter is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a foul ball off to the left out of play. So now we're even at 2-2. Nope, check that. It stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Getting late, folks. A lot of games over the last 2 days. Donovan Yell back into the batter's box. I think we'll all be sleeping in tomorrow. Here comes the 1-2. This is hammered up the middle and into center field for a base hit. And it'll be station to station here. Bledsoe at second had to scramble back a little bit, thinking the ball might be caught on a line, so he had to stop at third base. As everybody advances here, is Donovan Yell aboard. Now the bases are loaded. A base hit could potentially give Olivet Nazarene the lead. Kai Nelson to the plate for Olivet. Kai Hudson to the plate. I think I said Nelson. Kai Hudson to the plate. Hit into a fielder's choice last time up. First pitch here. In there, called strike, and it's 0-1. Hudson has struck out, walked, been hit by a pitch and a fielder's choice. He has had an interesting game. Here's the 0-1. Bounce to the left side, charging, and it's gloved at third. They'll throw to the plate for the lead runner. Slide there, taking out the catcher Latos. He's quickly back to his feet as they get the force play. Good play by Fitzgerald coming home on the play. So Bledsoe forced out for the second out of the inning. Bases remain loaded. That'll be a 5-2 putout on Bledsoe. Here's Taylor Steig. Steig, the 8th Tiger to bat in the inning. Bases loaded, 2 away. So Nathaniel Johnson trying to preserve the Fighting Bees lead. The first pitch, a curve in there, called strike, and it's 0-1. Steig had an RBI double last time up. He is 1 for 2 officially. He's driven in a pair in this game. Next pitch swung on, hit to the right side, smothered there on the edge of the outfield by the second baseman McCreary. Throws to first base, and that'll end the inning. And Olivet Nazarene for the second time in the game, leaves the bases loaded. But 2-run score for the Tigers. 2 runs in the inning. On 4 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. We head now to the 7th inning with a score. St. Ambrose 12, Olivet Nazarene 11. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back at Dooley Health and Care Field as we head to the top of the 7th inning, 12-11. St. Ambrose the lead, and the Bees now due up, and the first pitch missing inside. 1-0 to Brandon Matias. Well, I need to give a slight correction here. The game earlier on today, that 17-9 win over St. Ambrose, had 30 combined hits. There's a swing and a fly ball deep to left center field, but underneath it there is going to be Donovan Yell. Got a good jump on the ball, and he makes the catch for out number 1 on a well-hit ball there by Brandon Matias. 1 away there, and now it'll be Brock Weber to the plate. Brock Weber has 2 hits. He's also flat out and been hit by a pitch. So 30 hits in that game today. That was the second game of the day. The first game today, as there's a ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes here. The first game today, that was an 11-8 ball game. We had 33 hits in that game. As the next pitch swung on, a high fly ball. Medium deep right field, coming on a long distance there, but making the catch is going to be Jimenez in left for the out. 2 away in the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Jake Muha. So 63 hits combined in the first 2 games today. And then in this game, you add in 27 more. That's 90 hits. Here's Jake Muha on the pitch. Swing and a miss on the count 0-1. Muha has 2 of those 90 hits with a pair of singles in this game. He's 2 for 4 here tonight. Here comes the 0-1. That'll be up high. 1 ball, 1 strike as a freight train across the street to our left rumbles through the Joliet night. 1-1 to Jake Muha. Left-handed batter awaits. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Went down in the zone. And now 1-2 the count. So Matthew Casino now is 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning without any damage, but that pitch misses outside. He was trying for a 1-2-3 frame, and the count even at 2-2. Chris McFarland would be next for St. Ambrose. We're in the 7th, 12-11 St. Ambrose. The pitch. It'll be rolled foul right side. That'll be a foul ball that caught, looked like it caught the batter there on the right ankle. So we hold it 2-2 as Jake Muha walking it off. Well, at least it's not one of those. It's getting a little bit cooler here, but it's not one of those cold early May nights that we've had over the years. So at least the fans in attendance here and the players are able to play late and not really suffer from the weather. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll end the inning. And St. Ambrose has been retired in order, I believe, for the first time in this game. In the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the seventh, stretch time here. As your score is St. Ambrose 12 and Olivet Nazarene 11. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go, bottom of inning number 7. Getting late in this elimination game. It's anybody's ball game. Joseph Jimenez leading it up now for Olivet Nazarene. And the first pitch coming in, it looked like it went into the turf there around home plate. As Jimenez stands in. And he goes after the second pitch and backhanded nicely near the bag at third base by Fitzgerald. Long throw across, and that's the first out of the inning. So 5-3 on the putout for Jimenez. And now here's Andy Onen. Onen 1 for 1. Actually, he's being shown as 1 for 1 in this game with a run scored as the first pitch will be in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Evan Pajoli next, then Jacob Burt for Olivet Nazarene. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Gloved in short right field there by McCreary. Throws to first base for out number 2. Now the pitcher's kind of settling in here of late. 2 up, 2 down for Olivet in their 7th inning. And now Evan Pajoli to the plate. Pajoli, double play, a hit by a pitch, a ground out, and then a 2-run home run. Takes the first pitch up high, 1-0. Got a chance to talk to Evan between the games today during one of the rain delays. Swinging a fly ball deep down the left field line, but it'll be pulled foul. And so now it is 1-1. And I asked him about the home run he hit today against St. Francis. He said it was right over the heart of the plate, and he buried it over the left field wall, and he did the same here in his last at bat. There's a swing and a foul tip back to the plate. And so now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Evan Pajoli. Trying to keep the inning going here. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, 12-11. A lot of tension. This is an elimination game for both teams. There's a hanger, and it's drilled to left field for a solid single for Evan Pajoli. So Pajoli is second hit in his last 2 at-bats. Jacob Burt now will come to the plate. Well, an extra base here could potentially score the tying run. Burt flied to left field last time up. He is officially 0 for 1 in this game. He's walked 3 times. Nathaniel Johnson, he's gone an inning and 2/3 thus far in relief for St. Ambrose. Breaking ball here high, and it's 1-0. So now 91 hits. Will we get to 100 for the day. There's a fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes here to the right-handed hitting Olivet Nazarene catcher. And the 2-0. Fastball, strike called over the inner half. To be honest, to tell you that I thought when that ball came in, it would be called over, but a little bit low. There's a swing and a flare to right field coming on, and a tumbling attempt here, and the catch made in right field by Adrian Zatara to end the inning. Boy, that ball gets by, and Olivet Nazarene could potentially take the lead on a possible inside the park home run. So in the inning for Olivet Nazarene, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 8th inning. And the score is St. Ambrose 12, Olivet Nazarene 11. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the top of the 8th inning here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet. Another high-scoring affair, 12-11 in favor of St. Ambrose. Chris McFarland leading it off now for the Fighting Bees. Both teams battling to extend their seasons to the tournament championship round that'll start on Monday night. So here's McFarland, 1 for 3 with an RBI, has a strikeout, and the first pitch to him is in for a called strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Matthew Casino has thrown 3 innings thus far. He's now tossed 34 pitches, trying to keep this game close. Here's the set and the delivery. Swung on, and that'll be looped foul right side. That ball coming off the end of the bat. And now McFarland behind 0-2. He'll be followed by Joey Fitzgerald and then Bryce Vincent here for St. Ambrose. 0-2 to the right-handed hitting McFarland. Here's the pitch. And that completely left the hand there of Casino and sailed to the backstop. Casino there. I think he just flat out lost his grip on the ball, then it went sailing. So he'll try again now. A ball and 2 strikes. Deals that one. And a ground ball to Kai Hudson at short. Gobbles it up, throw to first base. 1 away in the inning for St. Ambrose. 1 out for Joey Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has homered, reached on an error twice, and singled. Righty versus lefty matchup here. In the first pitch, a swing and a miss at a ball that was down in the zone. So 0-1 here. Casino now comes set in the pitch. This will be pulled to the right side and in the air, deep to the track, the wall, a leap there, and that ball is gone. Taylor Bledsoe went back, leaped up. That's the part of the wall where it's a little bit, the height is a little bit less than the rest of the fence around the park, but it went out anyway. And Joey Fitzgerald, his second home run of the game. That makes it 13-11. Well, that ball got on in a hurry. That'll bring up Bryce Vincent now. And he goes the other way, and a ground ball singled in the right field for a base hit. Vincent sprinting around first base, has to get back to the bag as they threw it back behind him, but the throw was airmailed there by Bledsoe, and it was backed up nicely there by Jacob Burt, the catcher. So Bryce Vincent aboard. Now we're at 93 hits for the 3 games today. We may get to that 100 mark. Here's Garrett Latos. That's 93 combined hits in our triple header so far today. Garrett Latos lined to shortstop last time up. And the pitch. And the Fighting Bee catcher taking inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Casino looks in for the sign now. That was just now his 40th pitch of his outing. And there's a heater that came in down and away. So now 1-1 for Garrett Latos. 1 on, 1 out, a run in for St. Ambrose here in the top of the 8th inning. They lead it now 13-11. The pitch. Swing and a miss. So now Latos in a 2-strike count. Cosino looks in for the sign. Took a brief look at first base. Now delivers. Breaking ball, and that'll be grounded into left field for a base hit. Rounding second here. Vincent heading for third. He slides in without a play. Now a throw to second base, and that runner will be out. So that'll be an out at second base as Bryce Vincent sliding into third. Latos a single, and then out at second. Back to the top of the order now. And it'll be Adrian Zatara due up. That makes it now 94 hits. Going to keep a running total here. We could easily have 6 hits more in this game. So Latos was out. That was a 7-6-4 putout, apparently, on Latos. So now 1-0 here, as here's Zatara. Goes after that one, hits it in the air, right center field. Long run here for Donovan Yell, not able to get to it. It'll split the gap, go all the way to the fence. Run coming in to score, an RBI double for Adrian Zatara. (14-11). Bryce Vincent scoring. An RBI for Zatara on the 2-base hit. Here is Noah McCreary now. McCreary flied to center field his last time up. He's had 5 trips to the plate in this game. Now we're up to 95 on the Saturday hit total. The pitch. Hit to the right side and fielded in short right field there by Andy Onen. Throw to first base, and that'll end the inning. But St. Ambrose able to pad their lead. They pick up 2 runs in the frame. 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. And a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning with a score. St. Ambrose 14, Olivet Nazarene 11. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Well, as we come back, I noted earlier on in the day that 3 runs I've always considered a close game, and this game's still fairly tight. 14-11 is the score. There's a swing and a miss. As at the plate here is Taylor Bledsoe here for Olivet Nazarene to lead off the Tiger 8th inning. Quickly behind 0-1, there's a swing and a grounder left of the mound, out toward short. Bryce Vincent circles, scoops, throws to first base for the out. 1 away in the inning. Back to the top of the order now. And here is Jack Dupuis. Dupuis singled his last time up. Bends back out of the way of that first pitch. As the right-handed hitter awaits. Taking here, and that's in there for a called strike. Lefty versus righty in the delivery. A little bit of a golf swing, fouled back. So now 2-strike situation here for Jack Dupuis, who officially is 2 for 3 in this game. Count on the board, a ball and 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Fastball up high to square it up 2-2. Nathaniel Johnson now has tossed 2 third innings of work here. Has not yet struck out or walked a batter. There's a ball low. And now that next pitch will miss again, and that'll be a walk here. With 1 away in the Olivet Nazarene 8th inning. One more batter again needed to have the tying run come to the plate for Olivet Nazarene. Here's Donovan Yell. Yell, a great night, 4 for 4 with a walk as he stands in here. Throw to first base and the runner back in. 10 minutes away from it being Sunday morning here in Joliet, Illinois. Nathaniel Johnson, tall left-hander. Kicks and fires to the plate. In there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Yell has singles in the first, 5th, and 6th. He doubled in the 4th, and he walked back in the 5th inning as well. I should say first, 5th, and 6th innings for the singles. And the walk was in the 4th. And the double was in the 3rd. Got that straightened out. And now the pitch to the plate. Taking there, strike at the knees. Throw behind the runner at first base, and a good lunge there by Brock Weber to prevent that ball from heading down the right field line. A ball and a strike now to Donovan Yell. Left-handed batter out of the box, now back in. Johnson out of the stretch. Time called. Johnson stepping off the rubber. Donovan Yell, a little bit relaxed in the box. Now he's back and ready in his normal batting stance. Johnson kicks and deals. And that'll be a foul back into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Heading toward Championship Monday. Winner of this game to play St. Francis Monday night. Opening game of a potential 2 in the championship round. There's a heater up high to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Wonder how many pitches total have been thrown in this game. Here's the 1-2. Curve missing well off the outside edge. Squares it up 2-2. Olivet looking for at least one more base runner here to give themselves a chance. They trail 14-11 in the bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch in the air to center field. Jake Muha is there, and he has it for the out. Well, and the runner there almost to second base has to get back, and they get him. They double him off first base. Wow. Jack Dupuis was almost a second when that ball was caught by Muha, and he got doubled off first to end the inning. And an 8-3 double play. And the inning is over. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk. And as it turns out, nobody left on base. We go to the ninth. It is St. Ambrose 14, Olivet Nazarene 11. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the ninth inning, and a new pitcher coming on now for Olivet Nazarene. It's Diego Astacio, his first appearance of the tournament. And the first batter he will be facing in the ninth inning will be Brandon Matias. As Matias stands in, he homered back in the first inning, fouls this one off, and he's behind at 0-1. Matias 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs in the game. Has struck out once, and he's behind here 0-1. Astacio, left-hander. Leans in, gets the sign. Now brings it to the plate. Jam shot, pulled deep down the left field line, but that'll curl foul. And so the count 0-2 here to Brandon Matias. So Astacio out of the stretch, the 0-2. Good breaking ball up in the zone, a swing and a miss, and one away here for St. Ambrose in the ninth inning. Astacio this year is at 0 wins and 0 losses. There's a ball low and away, 1-0 here now to Brock Weber. Astacio with a 3.38 ERA. This is his 7th appearance. He's tossed 10 2/3 innings. 10 hits, 2 runs both earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. And the next pitch is this hit to the right side and smothered there in short right field, and then the throw to first base from Andy Onen, and a good stretch there by Pajoli at first to the foul side of the bag to get the runner. So they get the out at first base. Good play there by Andy Onen. And an equally good play there by Evan Pajoli at first. So 2 out, nobody on here for Jake Muha. Looking ahead to the Olivet Nazarene ninth inning. Hudson, Steig, and Jimenez due up. Heart of the order coming up. First pitch, a curve in there. Good sweeper, and it's there for a called strike. 0-1 now to Jake Muha. Muha 2 for 5. Does have a pair of strikeouts, but 2 for 5 is a good day any day. He takes here, and it'll be down low to make it 1-1. Chris McFarland would be next for St. Ambrose. They lead 14-11. Here's the pitch. Right back up the middle and into center field. That spoils the 1-2-3 inning. And Jake Muha now, his 3rd hit of the game. So now he's 3 for 6 tonight. And now it'll be up to Chris McFarland here. McFarland will not bat. Looks like here it'll be Dan Lockery now being shown as the hitter here for St. Ambrose. And the first pitch will miss. 1 ball, no strikes. Lefty versus righty in the delivery. High and away. 2-0. Runner at first, 2 away in the inning. Lockery awaits the pitch. It's en route. Taking all the way, and a strike right down the middle. Runs it now to 2-1. Lockery, right-handed batter, stands in. And the pitch. Down and in. And a runner taking second base. Lockery here is being shown as being 0 for 1 in this game now. Jake Muha taking second on a stolen base. Lockery batting here. Last time this spot came around in the order was a ground out to the shortstop. Lockery drawing a walk here. So a base on balls, 2 on, 2 out now for St. Ambrose here in the 9th inning. And now Joey Fitzgerald due up. Fitzgerald is 3 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. He has homered his last 2 times to the plate. Homer here might put the ball game away, although that's never been certain all day long. There's a called strike in there, and it's 0-1 now to Joey Fitzgerald. Bryce Vincent would be next, then Garrett Latos. We're at the 12 o'clock hour. Welcome to Sunday. Here in Joliet, the pitch to the plate. Low and outside as we hit the midnight hour. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Great song, The Midnight Hour. It was a great remake, very, very obscure. Back in the early 70s, there's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count here. And trying to remember the group. I remember hearing it on the radio when I was young, but I believe the pressing of that record is very rare. There's a pitch that comes in high. 3-1 now to Joey Fitzgerald. 3-1, a bad one would load the bases here. Here's the set and the pitch. Fastball down low, that does load him up. All of this happening after the first 2 batters were retired in this inning. So Fitzgerald the walk. Muha to second. Muha to third, Lockery to second. Here now is Bryce Vincent. Vincent is 1 for 4 with a sacrifice. He has singled his last 3 trips to the plate. First pitch here, ground ball to second base. Andy Onen up with it on 3 hops. The throw to first in time, and that'll end the inning. So St. Ambrose threatens, but they do not score. No runs in the inning. On 1 hit, no errors, 2 walks, and 3 left on base. Last chance for Olivet Nazarene. Their season is on the line. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The score is St. Ambrose 14, Olivet Nazarene 11. We'll see how it turns out after we come back. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So here we go to the 9th on now what is an early Sunday morning in Joliet. Kai Hudson will lead it off. Nathaniel Johnson, who has tossed 3 innings of work so far in relief for St. Ambrose, will try to close this ball game out. It'll be Hudson, Steig, and Jimenez due up for Olivet Nazarene. First pitch coming in on the way. Check swing, and it is ruled he went around, and the count 0-1 to Kai Hudson. Hudson 0 for 3 in the game with an RBI. He has a strikeout. And the pitch. High and tight to make it a ball and a strike. Hudson has struck out, walked, been hit by a pitch, hit into a fielder's choice, then twice after that. Here comes the 1-1. Reaches out of that one and came up empty. Actually, he got a piece of it and fouled it away. And it is now Parker Ruth pitching. By the way, now for St. Ambrose, so he will try to close it out. Second appearance of the tournament for Ruth. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitch. Fastball high, 2-2 now. Righty versus righty matchup. Ruth out of the stretch. Nobody on, nobody out. Pitch high and tight. 3-2. Parker Ruth in danger of issuing the dreaded leadoff walk. Kai Hudson, right-handed batter, stands in. Olivet needs at least 3 to keep the game and their season going. Here's the payoff. Lifted high into the air. Medium deep right field. Underneath it there, in right is Zatara for the out, and there's 1 away in the inning. That'll bring up Taylor Steig. Steig 1 for 3. He has knocked in a pair. Olivet playing catch up the entire game, but not able to pull even. Righty versus righty in the pitch. In there, called strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the set and the pitch. Swinging a foul. No balls and 2 strikes. I think I hear fireworks somewhere. Don't see them. Had that happen during an earlier game involving St. Ambrose. As here's the set and the pitch. Fastball up high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. And the pitch. A little bit of a golf swing, and it'll be flared foul wide of third. Will hold at a ball and 2 strikes. Parker Ruth gets the sign. And the 1-2. Golf swing, and this is skied a mile high in the air on the infield. Who wants it? Left of the mound, calling for it. Caught there by Fitzgerald at third, 2 away in the inning. St. Ambrose 1 out away from advancing to Monday's championship round. And it's up to Joseph Jimenez now. Midnight fireworks in the neighborhood here. Jimenez grounded to the third baseman last time up. First pitch on the way. In for a called strike, and it's 0-1. A little bit of a dramatic feel with the concussions going off in the area here with apparently fireworks. There's a ball inside now. 1-1 the count. Jimenez tonight 1 for 4. His only single back in the 3rd inning. Parker Ruth out of the stretch. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Actually a foul tip there. Either way, it's 1-2 now. St. Ambrose in anticipation. 1 strike away. Olivet Nazarene, the number 3 seed, on the verge of elimination. The 1-2. Tapped foul at home plate, and the game continues. Andy Onan would be next if the game continues for Olivet Nazarene. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At 12:07 a.m., here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the game is over. A fist pump from Parker Ruth. St. Ambrose celebrates, and they advance to the championship round.
Your
final totals in the ball game.
Olivet 11.
St. Ambrose, 14 runs, 20 hits, 3 errors. For Olivet Nazarene, 11 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. The game ending at about 12:08 a.m. So that is 3 hours and 8 minutes the time of the game. So our long Saturday is complete. Everybody will get a chance to rest. And we will have a championship Monday on the way here at Dooley Health and Care Field on Monday evening. Our thanks to Wendy Reed on stats and scoring. And our thanks to all of you for being with us throughout this long 2 days. 4 games yesterday, 3 more here today. And again, we'll take a break. We'll be back with you Monday night, 7 p.m. Championship round, game number 1 between St. Francis and St. Ambrose. We hope you will join us for that. It'll be the number 1 seeded team against the number 5 St. Ambrose Fighting Bees. Again, the final here in game 3 of the day on early Sunday morning. St. Ambrose 14, Olivet Nazarene 11. As Olivet Nazarene, the number 3 seed, bows out of the tournament. We hope you have a great Sunday. Hope to see you on Monday evening. Either way, until we speak to you again. This is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us. And for now, from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois, we wish you a very pleasant good morning.